Hi everybody, thank you for joining me again. This is Jean with Rebel Yell Rising. And what I'm going to do for this reading is do one reading for the weekend, since we are having a full moon this weekend, and depending on what part of the world you're in, it will be on July 8th, and for other parts it's going to be on July 9th. So what I'm doing is I'm going to draw one card for July 8th and one card for July 9th. And what I'm asking the angels and our guides is, so we all know full moon is about release, right? Letting go, endings. And it's like flipping the page on a chapter of our life, right? Maybe a little bit less intense than a whole chapter, but it's about really clearing out, like detoxifying, right? Almost like going to one of those like spas or those sweat baths, and you just really sweat out, right? It's those toxins, it's the things that you don't need, your body doesn't need. So that's what full moons are all about. So we each are going through this process in our own way. We're all in different stages of our journey. We're all releasing different things, right? Sometimes we don't even know what needs to be released. But the full moon, the brightness of it, it shines the light in the darkness and can bring awareness to us what we need to move past. Sometimes that can physically happen, right? Like you might already realize, hey, I've been working on this aspect of myself, and then you might do like a full moon ritual to help release some of that. And then other times, the full moon energy will work its magic in a different way, and you might think, oh, I'm doing good, things are fine, but then maybe there will be an argument brought up, and you'll get into a fight or an argument with a loved one or even a coworker. It doesn't even matter. But it's going to be like an argument that really like hits you, right? It gets to the core of you, and there's like a real emotional attachment to that, your position in the argument, right? And what that's doing is really bringing that aspect up to the top of your consciousness, right? It's like right smack in your face. It's an issue that you might not normally consider or think about, or you just think it's hunky-dory. But what that's doing, that's the full moon energy bringing it like right smack in front of your face for you to really consider, man, was that really something I needed to get upset over? Or I am just getting tired of always getting angry or upset over this drama in my life, right? So it could happen something along those lines. So having said that, I'm going to start shuffling, and this is, almost dropped it. So for July 8th, it's not so much what needs to be released, because we're each releasing and working on our own journeys, but it's more guidance, loving advice of how to deal with that, how to handle any frustrations, emotions that are coming up, and what advice, guidance is there for us. It's really weird. The cards are actually kind of popping up weird in that one. Okay, and don't forget, it's not only that the full moon is occurring on July 8th or July 9th, but the energies don't, they don't zip from time zone to time zone. It's very fluid, right? So it's going to be the whole weekend. You're going to start to feel it on the 8th, and then on the 9th, and maybe even on into the 10th. It's definitely going to be lingering. So as you are shedding your old skin on July 8th, the guidance for you is to keep in mind that there is love all around you, eternal love. Help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love, right? So as you are, it can be difficult, right? It's a time of transition because you're letting go of something. You are maybe having an awakening or like a realization that you don't need, maybe a certain toxic friendship in your life anymore, or, this career that you've been going to and that's been burning you out. It's kind of been draining your energy. Maybe you're just going to get to that realization, I really don't want to be here anymore. It's not saying that you should just quit over the weekend. So as you come into that knowingness, it's going to be difficult, right? It's not easy. You could be tears, there could be frustration, a little bit of, you might get scared. Oh boy, now what do I do? Now that I realize that I don't need this friendship in my life anymore, now that I don't realize I don't need, so-and-so draining my energy, how do I go about cutting it off? How do I go about telling her I don't want to be around her anymore? How do I tell him that this just is not working out, right? What this is saying is to remember that you are surrounded by love, right? And just as you are surrounded by love and that you need love and that love will lift you into a higher place, that whatever you are cutting out of your life, I feel like this is more the message, I'm starting to feel it literally now. Whatever you are releasing, release it with love, right? So example, you've had this like toxic friendship, right? And maybe this is somebody that's been constantly draining your energy and resources. Let that relationship go from a place of love. It's not necessary and it doesn't help anyone or any situation to be like, I realize that you're a jerk and you're bringing me down, buddy, so I can't be friends with you anymore. Goodbye. No, have compassion, which is love. Let it go and release it from a place of love, right? In your own way, however you choose to do so. Be gentle with whatever it is that you're letting go, especially if this is a part of your past that you have been carrying, if this is a part of your own personal history that you are making peace with, coming to terms with, accepting, and letting go. Do it with compassion and love for your own self. That's the most important thing, is to release with love. Okay, now for September. Wow, where did that come from? July 9th. The energies to make a commitment. Once you decide to release, say it's caffeine or alcohol, right? Because those are, like it or not, those are toxic to your body. They're not doing your body any good. And trust me, that's not coming from a place of judgment. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. Make a commitment to stick to it, right? Like ride that full moon energy that's giving you that push. It's the catalyst to let go, right? So when you decide to let go of whatever it is and you feel that you're strong enough to do it, don't look back. Don't think, well, we did have some good times, me and that friend. Maybe it might be okay, if we just met up once a month instead of, every weekend. Just make that commitment to let go of whatever it is in your life. Like I said, maybe you can't afford to, end your job right away, but commit to leaving. Commit to knowing that even though you're going back to that job Monday through Friday or whatever it is, that you are mentally not that job. Make a commitment that at least you know where you're going now. At least you know that you're not going to be stuck there. That's not for you. That you're moving on to better and brighter things, right? Commit to yourself and stick to it, because you're just going to end up having to release again, which is very painful, right? So pull that Band-Aid off quickly, right? But you know how the Band-Aid's kind of got the two sticky parts and like the soft pad in the middle? Once you pull off that first sticky part, you know it's going to hurt to finish pulling it off the rest of the way. But either you finish, you commit, and you pull off the second half of that Band-Aid, or you leave it hanging there. And then it's just weird and gross, and you've got half a Band-Aid like hanging there, right? So just commit, pull off whoosh, both sides of the Band-Aid and do it, and you're good. It's not easy. I know, last full moon, I had, I thought I got away scot-free. I was like, oh yeah, this was great. And then there was a conversation, like literally, like the last bit of that full moon evening. It wasn't an argument, it was just a comment or a conversation, and it brought up feelings and emotions that just been so deep-seated. And I realized that like I still have emotions to work through in a particular area of my life. So love yourself, have compassion for yourself. But once you get on that bowl, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Once you get on that ball, commit to keep rolling, right? Keep going, because it's not needed in your life anymore. You're better. And to make room for better and more, you have to get rid of the junk. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed weekend. If any of you are, participating or hosting any sort of full moon events or rituals or drum circles, I would love to hear about that down in the comments section. I'd love to hear how you guys are, celebrating the full moon. That would be wonderful. And also, I'm almost done. I just want to say thanks again for all the likes, the shares, the new subscribers, and the comments, y'all. That's an amazing way for you guys to show support to the channel. I love it. Thank you so much. And I'm finally getting my website up. It is www.rebelyellrising.wordpress.com, and I'm gonna have blogs up there that are spiritually focused. They're very metaphorically spiritually focused, and you can find out information about readings on there, and I'm not really sure what else at the moment. So I appreciate your patience. I am super not tech savvy, so I hope you all understand that. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, guys. Bye.